everyone, Monique here, Little Gems Jewelry Canada. Today we are going to be doing some loom work and we're going to start that in just a moment. Hi everyone, Monique here, Little Gems Jewelry Canada. Today we are going to be working on a loom strung beaded keychain. You are going to need, of course, your loom, a little key ring, scissors, beads, and I'm using 2 different sizes of wire. Okay, so let's get started. First, I'm going to just move my beads out of the way because you have to start with stringing your loom. Okay, to string your loom, first you're going to need a project. So the project I'm working on is going to be 13 beads wide. So that means I'm going to need to string 14 strings because we're actually working in the spaces, correct? So when I string my loom, I use a thicker wire or string thread. I use fishing line. Okay, this is tough line and it's 10 pound. Okay, this is what I will string my loom with. But when I'm actually sewing and weaving, I use a 6 pound strength. Okay, so to start, like I said, my project is going to be 13 beads wide. So I'm going to want 14 threads. Now, how do you know how long you want your thread? Well, you want your thread to be able to go around these, and you're going to want a little bit of extra on each side. So this is a small loom, and I am going to do my pieces because you also want some piece to later make your tail of your keychain. Okay, so from the picture at the beginning you saw that it had a little bit of fringe on the bottom, so you want to accommodate for that as well. So what I would do is, my loom is this big, I would do at least 2 looms worth from here to here. I would do 2 looms worth for a length, okay? And then, like I said, you're gonna want my project is 13 beads, so you'll always want 1 extra thread, so 14 beads. So figure out your length. If you're willing to have a little bit more waist, I think it's always better to have more waist and be sure that you have enough thread. So you could even do it 3 looms long just to be sure that you have enough extra thread. But I'm probably gonna do 2 looms long, 2.5 maybe. Yeah, like that. Okay, so do 14 threads worth, the same length approximately, and meet me back. Okay guys, so I've counted and double counted. I've got 14 strands here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just tie them into a knot at one end. And you want to make sure you get them all in there, so leave a bit of a tail. So I can go a little bit further back. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to divide those. And we are going to put it over here around our loop or our nail. Okay. And we're going to give that a couple of turns, at least 1 full rotation around. Remember, I said we want to have it so that we can do tassels at the bottom. So then I'm just going to tighten that, and I'm holding this screw on this end and tightening the wing at this end. Okay, we're going to go to the other side, Keeping our split. We are going to go, we'll keep going, pulling these through our fingers to the other end. And we're going to do another knot. You don't want to miss any of them, so make sure that you're leaving enough of a tail that all the strings get in. Then we're going from this side, just so we have our divide about in the same spot. Okay, so now we're gonna just rotate this. Oops, sorry, I missed something. Oh no, don't do this. Let me fix this, I'll be back. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you how I corrected my tangle. I took it off. Okay, and then I got over top of this. We're gonna put it around that little nail again. Keeping this tight. Come on now. There we go. Get it around there. And then we're just gonna give it some turns. Holding this. Okay, there we go. When you keep that divide over your nail. Okay. And then looking back on this end. We want this. Come over here. And this part, it doesn't have to be perfect. Like, I mean, if you're a perfectionist, I'm sure you could make it perfect. But then we're going to go around this nail. Okay. And we just want to, I'm off camera. We're going to keep doing this, but we have it around that nail. We want to keep it like this until we get our knot over there. It's very hard to do around a camera. I do this like in seconds when I'm not using a camera. Okay. We're just getting all this length on. Okay, I'm getting close to my knot. See my knots here in my thumb. And I'm just holding this nice and taut. Okay, so now we'll just keep turning this. And then we want this. There we go. Okay. Now we get to our nail. We divide it. And we can start wrapping from this end. Okay, so now we want to get a couple of turns on this end. Okay. There. Try not to have any strings on that nail. So we'll tighten it there. And we'll re-tighten it here. Can probably go at least one more turn. Okay, now we're gonna start sorting. Now I want 13 spaces, right? So we're just gonna start moving our threads, putting them nice and orderly between each coil, right? You may have to tighten it a few times. It will tighten with the beadwork as well. Okay, I'm going to move this because I don't know that it helps. Maybe it helps because it's lighter. And you just start organizing your threads all the way across. Much easier to do off camera. There, see, yeah, see how I'm going between each coil there? There you go. So do this off camera and meet me back. Okay, and this is how it looks once it's strung nicely. Now you notice I'm putting some pressure at one end. Well, that's just so you can see when you let go, it kind of goes a little slack. It'll tighten up once you start with the beads. So everyone, this is how you string a loom. Now that we have strung our loom, we are going to use not the 10-pound anymore. We are going to use the 6-pound, and we're just going to grab a length that's nice and manageable for you. Okay, so I usually do, you know, like an arm length. Okay, so I'm going to cut that. Now, because this is a braided line, you'll see that the cut, oh, I do it automatically. You have to pinch it, and I don't know if you noticed, but I did it really quick. So I'm going to put my beading needle on. Oh my goodness, I never do that so fast on camera. Okay, and then we're going to take the other end, and we are going to tie it on the end. See what I did there? I went in between without unstringing our loom. We're going to leave a bit of a tail because we'll have to hide it later. And we're just going to tie a knot. 1, 2. Okay, so see where we are there? See where my finger is? That's where our work is. Okay, so I need 13 beads. So I'm going to do blue for this. Pick up 13 beads. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. And these are all blue. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and we'll take this one. Or we won't. That's why I have a face cloth down, so if I lose my beads, they just fall. So see here, I'm stuck on my spring. Don't do that. So we're going underneath our threads. Okay. And now we want to work from one end to the other. So we're going to take those beads and we're going to put them between. So my working thread is underneath and my beads are on top. And now what we're going to do, and this will be the hardest row because your loom threads are a little loose still, right? Because we haven't worked them yet. Let me zoom in a bit. Okay, and I'm just going to move my camera over so you're more central. Okay. So let's do that again. We've got our beads. We're going to put them in our spaces. So much harder to do around a camera. Oh my goodness. Okay. And see what we're doing here? Okay, so see, I've gone through 4 of them, and I'm just going to pull those tight. And then one of my threads moved. We're going to zoom in a bit more. I feel like when I zoom in, see this thread here moved, so we need it where it needs to be. There we go. So we're coming out this bead we want to go through this one. Okay, and we're doing this above the threads. And then we are going to go into the one beside it. I don't know why I'm blurry. I'm sorry that I'm blurry, guys. There, and see, we're going above. There. Not blurry anymore. We're going above. Our working thread is going above our crosswise threads. Okay. We're going to do that all the way across. Oops, see, one of my threads moved. So we'll do what we got. This is the toughest row, guys. It really is. Okay, now we'll put those ones back where they are. See my working threads coming out here. Okay, so now we will go in through those. Make sure you're above. And there you go. We got across the row, and that will be the hardest row we have to do. And I'm trapped around my loom. There we go. I untrapped myself. There we go. Okay. We'll move our working thread underneath. We can move those up. This is our working thread. This thread here, that's our tail. We can move that out of the way so we don't get confused. Okay, and now we're just going to pick up 13 blue beads and do that again. And then meet me back. Okay, so I'm back underneath the work. I've got the 13 beads. I'm going to use this finger to push them up. And I'm just it's gonna be so much easier to go across. So I'm pushing them up with that finger underneath so that I'm on the upper side of the crosswise threads. And there we go. Oh, see, I missed some over here, so we just go back. We pull our needle out. Gotta be above those crosswise thread. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing up with this finger, and with this finger I'm pushing down. So I'm getting, see, and I missed one here. And it's just because it's the first couple of rows. Your threads aren't quite as tight as they will be when you do more and more work. Okay, you go all the way across. Are you above all of them? Looks like we are. So you can pull that needle through and try not to get your thread tangled anywhere. And there we go. Oh, we missed that one. So take your needle off and we'll just pull it out and try that row again. And this is why I don't delete my oopses, is so that you can learn from them. So now I'm just going to go back over here. I'm going to pull the thread out so it's like we haven't gone across at all. Okay. Put my needle back on, pick up that bead and try again. Do that, meet me back. Okay, so we did that. So now we're going to pick up 6 blues. I'm still in super close. Let me back away so maybe so we're going to pick up 6 blues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to do 1 black and then 6 blues again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, go underneath the work. Put your beads up through the spaces. We will zoom in. Okay, so we're gonna just move them as we go. So every time, every row will get easier. Okay, oh, make sure your needle is above the lengthwise. There we go, and we're going all the way across. See? Pull it through. There we go. And if you want, you can tighten it. There we go. See what we've got. I don't know why my camera keeps going out of focus. There we go. Okay, next row is 5 blue, 3 black, 5 blue. One, we'll zoom out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 black, 1, 2, and 3. Five black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then taking our working, we're going underneath our work. You're gonna get tangled up and stuff. Zoom in. There we go. Zoom in. And take your needle, push them up through, take your needle, go across all of them, and then you're ready for next row. Okay. Next row is 4 blue, 1, 2, 3, 4 blue, 2 black, 1, 2 black, and 1 white. Then we're gonna repeat, so we'll go 2 black and 4 blue. Okay. We bring it up. And we go across. So at this point, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you a chart. And then you can follow the chart and continue the pattern. Meet me back and I'll show you how to take it off the loom and do the tassels. So do that, meet me back. Hey guys, so here's what's happened. I have run out of thread. See, I only have that much left. And I thought, you know what? My viewers may run out of thread too. So I'm going to show you how to attach another piece of thread. So again, take the length you want and cut it. Okay. Pinch it because it will fray. See how it's right there? Pinch it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is you want to leave a bit of a tail. Now my working thread is on top on this side. So I'm going to put this thread through just like we did in the beginning. And I'm going to tie it to this first vertical thread, leaving a tail because you'll want to hide this later. Sorry guys, I'm working around a camera. It's a little bit of a challenge. Okay, so you're doing a double knot. Okay. And then you're going to want to tie it to your current working thread. You can take that needle off now, put it to the side. We're just going to tie it to that one as well. And we'll hide these later. And you can just keep working in your pattern. Okay. Okay guys, so I have come to the end of the pattern. So now it's time to finish this off. So first I'm going to go to the space and I'm going to make a loop with my working thread. I'm going to go through the loop once and then I'm going to go through the loop twice. I'm going to pull that loop tight. Okay. And then I am going to work my way through some beads. And this is just to hide our thread, okay? So I went through 2 beads. I give it a really good tug. Then I'm gonna manipulate the work. Go through a couple more beads. Make sure you're going through the beads. You just don't want to be going to the back. And I'm just going to do that a few times. Okay, giving it a good tug. And then do it again. Through a few beads. Okay, so there we go. Now we are going to cut that thread. Okay. So I have to put my needle somewhere safe. All people should put their needles somewhere safe, but I have pets, so I really don't want to mess with that. Okay, guys, so now we are ready to take this off. So don't freak out. Your hard work will not fall apart. We are going to take it off the screw. I can't get my wing nut to undo. I need a screwdriver. Am I going the wrong way? No, I think I'm going the right way. Okay, but anyway, we're going to take it off the end here. Okay. Oh, one more rotation. Okay, and then we're just gonna pop that knot off and that side free. And now we're gonna do the same thing on this side. And this side is free. Okay, let's get the loom out of our way. So this is what we have. Isn't it gorgeous, you guys? Okay. So now we need to hide these threads. The threads on the side. And we're just going to do that the same way we did. We're not going to do a surgeon's knot, but we're just going to find our end and hide these threads. Okay. Oh, I dropped it. Okay. Hide the threads just like you did, only the side threads, and then meet me back and I'll show you how to make the tassels on the bottom. Okay guys, so we've hidden those threads and now we just have our ends. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold our keychain in half and we're gonna keep those ends together. We're gonna run our fingers down until we get to that first knot. And then what we're gonna do, guys, is we're just gonna cut right there, across all of it. Okay? Our knots are now gone. What you're gonna do now is you're gonna take your keychain, you're gonna slip it on. Okay. There we go. That'll be there for when we need it. Now, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start doing our tassels. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna have to zoom in. Okay, so you are taking threads from each side. So what do I mean by that? Okay, so let me move these out of the way. So see here, I have the back first thread and the back or the front first thread. We're going to take those and we're going to tie them together. Okay. Tie them together. Okay. Still working with those two threads. Move those others out of the way. You are going to put the ends together. Take your needle. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to do this around a camera, but put the ends together. And remember, this stuff you kind of have to pinch. So we're going to pinch it. We're going to put both ends through the eye of your beading needle. I don't think I'll be able to do this on camera. Let me give it one more go. Yeah, I'll have to do this off camera and then I'll be back. Hey guys, so it's never easy, but I got it done. Now we're gonna pick up 10 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to thread those down, okay? Then we're going to take one bead, thread it, but we're not going all the way down. Now, we're going to go back up through these beads all the way to the top, to the 10th one. Okay. So this is what you've got. So you're going to grab this one and you're just going to give it a tug. See? And then we're going to take the 2 threads from the next section and we're going to tie them at the base to these 2. See what I'm doing there? Okay. See? There we go. Now with this, because you still have your needle on the one that we just did a tassel with, you can, because you never cut where you're not, right? So we can just go back down some more of the beads. It might be tight because we did use a 10-pound test. And you don't need to go down all the beads, you would just go down some. Now it's getting quite tight for me, so I'm going to maybe not do that. It's too tight, so instead I may just go along one of these beads. You have to figure out what works for you, okay? And then just follow your weave line. Okay. Maybe I'll go through a couple more. See, like that. Then these two can be cut. There we go. And those can be thrown away. And now you go back to the two that you tied to and you repeat. And we're going to do this all the way across. So first you take those two ends and you thread them through your needle. And you don't have to tie them together like we did at first, because these ones have already been tied to the previous tassel. Oh, I got one. I need both. I have to do it off camera. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me try one more time. No, I gotta do it off camera. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I just can't do that off camera. Okay, so like we did before, we're grabbing our 10 beads. I'm gonna do it one more time and then I'll let you guys go loose into the wild and do it for the rest of them. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to do 1. Then we're going to go back up through the 10, but not the 1, just the 10. Okay, through the 10. And you got to hold that bead so you shimmy all the way to the top. Okay. Then we're going to take our 2 next strings. And we're going to tie these together. See? Right together. And we want to make sure our tassels stay on this side. Okay. Tassels on this side. And then hide these. If they'll go down these. Nope, mine won't again. So I'll try in some of these beads. But remember, we've gone through some of these before last time. There we go. Oops. Okay, we want that nice. We're going to weave it through a few times, cut it, and then you're ready to start on the next one. So do that across, meet me back, and then I'll show you how we sew up this part. Okay guys, so I got to the last one and I went through my beads, and now I'm just gonna tie. Okay, so we're just tying, keeping our tassels on the correct side. There we go. And then we're just gonna hide these threads in our work. Ooh, pardon me. Excuse me. So see? So you can go down the tassel, through the beads, whatever the case may be. So hide these, so this set of strands and this set of strands, because you're not going to do any more tassels, and then meet me back. Okay guys, so this is what we have, right? We have the keychain with the tassels, but we have the sides open. We don't want the sides open. That's will just promote quicker deterioration of this keychain. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back. We're going to take a good length of thread. We're going to thread this needle again, but this time we're doing just one end, thank goodness. Those tassels are tough on a person. Makes you appreciate patience. Holy cow, did you see how quick I did that? Oh, and it didn't even go through. I thought I had it. I thought I did after all that threading for the tassels. I may have to do this off camera, guys. Yeah, off camera, I'll be back. 3 seconds off camera. Okay, so what we're going to do is we want to leave a bit of a space, but we don't want a ton of space. So I'm going to say we are going to go through all of our beads on this row. Okay, and leave a long tail. Okay, so we want to leave quite a long tail because we're going to use this tail to sew up the other side. So now what we're going to do is we're coming out here, right here. So we want to, starting from here, catch this. You see that thread on the end and this thread on the end, both sides. And we're going to just do what's called a whip stitch. Okay, so let's go over that one a couple of times because it'll be where there's the most stress. Okay, so see where they are there? We're just going to do that a few times. And then we're going to work our way down. So we're catching both sides. See how I'm doing this here? There. See? If you want, you can put a couple stitches each way down. It's up to you. But you can do that all the way down one side and then all the way down the other. And meet me back. Okay guys, so we're down one side and see how nicely that's all lined up. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a second stitch in that last one. But when we get our loop, we're not going to pull tight. We're going to go through our loop once. We're going to go through our loop twice. And then we're going to pull tight. Now we want, you never cut where you're not, so we're just going to go up a little ways because remember we have a lot of thread in the other section there because we did a lot from our tassels, right? So we're going to take this about 1/4 of the way up or even 1/2 of the way up, and then we will weave it through our beads and then we'll snip it up there. Okay guys? So we'll just keep going. And if you have lots of thread, you can even do it, you know, sooner. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go around to the middle. Pull. Snip. And that's one side done. Now with that long tail, you're going to do the other side. And that's it, guys. That's all there is to this beautiful keychain. So if you found this tutorial helpful in any way, shape, or form, please hit that like button and give me a follow. So like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me where you're watching from, and check that description. I'll have all kinds of goodies in the description. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye now.